Okay, so I'm just going to show you, this is the software for developing my website, right? So just compare this as if it was WordPress or whatever else you use. It's kind of irrelevant what you use to some degree. So when I began using the commerce software, I'd already developed the basic template. For some reason it's not loading now. Brilliant. Okay, it's just generating a preview. Give me a second. So I'm just going to show you the basic website. Why isn't the fucking thing loading? Oh, here we go. Okay, so what you're seeing, so here the banner, right? But this part here, the banner existed. This part here that you're seeing with the two products, that was done purely by the e-commerce software, right? So I then created a page here called Shop Now, which is, so everything below the banner automatically is being served up by the e-commerce software. So none of this did I have to, other than putting the picture in and typing in the descriptions and price and so on, I didn't have to do a thing. It automatically fitted into the layout that I'd already done, which was simply just this banner. There was nothing existing underneath it. So everything that you're seeing there underneath the banner is just the e-commerce. And see the background that's there behind the actual shop part. So this background here, that's just a templated background color scheme that I'd put into the website. So I'll get rid of that now because it's using up memory. So when you first sign up, you'll see that it actually takes you through a setup wizard, which is absolutely brilliant. So it looks, I'm on a different page to what you'll probably see, but when you first log in, you'll get this create account, create your store, and you click a couple of settings, add the products just like I've just shown you, verify your geo settings as in Australia, etc. Click and just simply select what options you want for shipping, and then enter your PayPal details in, and it produced what you saw. So just going into catalog products. Okay, so here's the products, and I'm just going to add a new product to show you how simple that was. So add a new product. I don't know what I'm going to call this. I'm just going to select the picture. So add an image. These are just some of the photos. I mean, some of these folders are not. So I don't know what product to pick. So I'll pick this rose bomb, right? So photo's ready. I can add more, right? So just one there. So I'm going to call it a name. If I had an SKU, which I don't. I'm just going to guess the weight. 250 grams, right? Price. Oop. And then a description. All right. So then you'll see these things here at the top. So attributes, which are brand. So that kind of becomes important later on. Options. Now there's no options, so in other words it's one product, but you can add an option and call it, you know, small, sorry, so title is sizing, right? Choose whether you're going to have drop down or radio buttons or whatever, so I'm just going to have that small. Call it $8. Add a new selection as medium. So you might do this by size or whatever else, I don't know. What have we done there? Don't think it's 120 bucks, is it? Okay, so and if you have options, you'll notice when you first open yours, you'll actually have 12 products in there, which are t-shirts and things like that, so samples. And you can go in and just update those or delete them all and just add your own. So then gallery is where you'd add extra images, so that's fine. Files, we're not selling digital goods. Tax and shipping, again, here's weight, etc. I don't know. So yeah, to do this automatic shipping thing, you've got to go to the business level or higher. Okay, that's fair enough. So use shipping cost is calculated according to shipping settings, so that when you choose later on to pick Australia Post, I believe it does it automatically. So free, fixed rate, etc., etc., etc. Right? SEO, which is important. So customize meter tags. Now I do that myself anyway, but you have to upgrade to do the enhancements they use. But I do that. All this here, I do that myself anyway within my own web design, and you could too with WordPress or whatever else. You can choose to have a related product. So if you're looking at this, maybe you'd like that. That's great. And the Buy Now button, which is what I used for what did I call it? It just puts down underneath the product Buy Now as a call to action. So that's just okay. So that's saved. So that's that is actually all it took to create the site, right? And obviously description, I didn't put anything in there, but I mean it's just too fucking easy. So this is the Buy Now button, by the way. If you know how you saw on my home page that it actually suggests 2 products, I could have put 3 or 4. All you've got to do is copy that code and paste it into your WordPress home page or whatever page, and it does the suggested product feature, which is great. Nice and simple. Discounts, I think that's only available. Yeah, you've got to upgrade for that feature. So you've got to be in the venture or higher. One of the interesting things I found is that when you're setting up customers, and I think you've got to be in the venture plan, which is the $12.95 plan. You can actually do your wholesale in there without doing an actual wholesale channel. I'll talk about that later on. So just everything's down here on the right hand side. So design, again, I'm not going to go through this whole thing. I'm just going to scroll down and show you. But you can change your image sizes. I just left it as default, which is how it looked when you saw it. I didn't play with it. Aspect ratio, center aligning, all that sort of stuff. Again, all this is just click and touch. It's just so fucking simple. Whether you want, I liked it as it was set up as the normal setup, but you can go 2 columns with descriptions up or below, whatever else. I mean, it's just nice and simple. I'm not displaying SKUs, don't need to, but it gives you you can look at it over here on the right hand side and see what changes it makes, which is a nice feature. Payment, you can take phone orders if you want. I don't want to do that. PayPal, which is to me is the easiest, or you can use Square, but fuck paying them 30 cents and 2.9%. I mean, why would you accept that sort of payment system when you've got PayPal with credit cards anyway? Or you can also do pay by invoice. So that's kind of cool. Shipping here, Australia Post, courier calculated automatic rates. I don't know how that works, but it's built in. Zones, you'd understand that, it's easy enough. And then there's the settings here for general, taxes, mail. I haven't really looked at that yet. Order confirmation, order status changed, order is shipped, etc., etc. I mean, it's just all there. I mean, of course, with Neato, for example, I mean, a plan I had with them at one stage was $3.5 grand a year, and this kind of feature area here was a little bit more involved, but you don't need half of it, you know. So I'm quite happy with this, powered by Ecwid. I don't care about that, so I don't need to upgrade just for that. It's automatically created my invoices. I've uploaded my logo here, so it automatically, in any emails it sends from the system, it automatically puts my logo in. I mean, it's just so fucking simple. And as you know, there's the apps that you saw and so on. So, I mean, you know, sell on Facebook, all that sort of stuff. I mean, you can do point of sale later on if you want to when you're doing markets. You can, you know. So, I mean, that's really all there is. I mean, obviously it's there's a bit deeper, but Google Analytics, I've already done that. It was easy, like two-second job. I don't know where to go to show you where it had customers, but I certainly saw it before. Ports, no, I don't know where it's gone. Sales. Oh, customers. So you can see here I'd already signed up, which is a nice easy thing. When you click on in the order in the shopping cart, it asks you to sign in. It sends you an email, and then it registers the guy in the system. You can edit and do all that sort of stuff. I mean, fuck, what else do you need to know? That's how simple it was. Again, once you're it's just a matter of going. Once you're in, a matter of going to catalog. You can set up categories if you want, but set up products. You can import them if you've already got them in a CSV file. You'd only do that if you've got, you know, a couple of 100, 300 products. But I mean, how much easier could you want it? And the real good feature is that, like I said, it just fits into my template or the website I was building. So if you did a WordPress website and you've just got, all you've got is your banner and maybe some text underneath it or whatever else, this just fits in straight underneath it with one click. Just did it in one click. All I had to do was enter the URL of the shop, so which I had as a separate page, obviously. So, I mean, you already understand how to do that. Fucking slow getting on the internet. Huh? So, for example, my homepage, as I mentioned before, all I'd got was that, and the rest of it here has been added automatically by that system. I entered in this URL up here into the Ecwid system, and it automatically populated the shop that I just created. What's that fucking? It's just, as far as I'm concerned, it's brilliant. You know, I've got to work out the sign-in part here, so I'm not sure how to do that yet, but that's only, you know, it's going to take me 2 minutes. The shopping cart, it's beautifully laid out already, so I've already got this product in there. You know, I still want to continue shopping. All that sort of information. Tracking order requires you to sign in, but I mean, fuck. I just the amount of grief and time that this thing will save is brilliant. You know, if you run out of stock, just clicking that, you know. Anyway, there you go. I'm going to go and watch some TV now. Toot toot.